Good morning. Happy Thursday. It's sunny. It is 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and I'm coming to you with coffee talk. Coffee talk. All right. Having a sip out of my love mug this morning. It's nice to be home after traveling. You really appreciate where you are, where you live, in your beautiful, comfy space after not being in it for a while. Although getting out there to see the world is fantastic. It's also nice to be home. So my name is Paula Haick. I am a conscious channel and a medium and a teacher. And I love to pop on weekday mornings-ish, except for when I'm traveling and being awesome, which I try to do anyway, to come with a teaching that I have gotten downloaded from my panel of guides. And today I sat quietly in the corner downstairs where I have a little space. And I said, what are we going to chat about today? What do we need to hear today? And it was very quick. The word trust came through. And I said, okay, please expand. So I'm going to ask them to come forward and to channel through me. I am getting so much better at this with all this practice. So thank you. And I'm trusting myself in this process as well. I do try to channel. I do channel, but to step out of the way and let the elders come through to me, which is a skill, a gift, a blessing that I'm constantly working on to open myself on to trust a little bit more. So they have said that trust. So trust, and they say the words, I'll believe it when I see it. And that's not necessarily true, they say. Trusting that things, wants, needs, desires, passions will come to you is not a believe it when I see it kind of thing. They say to have trust is to feel trust. It is a knowing. So, believe it when you know it is what they're saying to say to you today. So believe it when you have that knowing come to you that that is meant for you, or that is something you really desire and crave. Most people cannot have that blind faith, that blind trust. But they're saying the believe it when I see it doesn't come to fruition to prove to you that the universe heard you or that you're supported. It only comes after you trust and you have a knowing and you have a feeling state of trust. So it's two very different things. They're saying that most often people have it backwards. They're in a desire state. They're not seeing things come through. Then they lose their faith. Then they forget to lean into trust. And it's not until the universe proves or shows them something, I'll believe it when I see it, that they go, oh yeah, I can trust after all. Well, by that time, you've decided to go through a very windy, crooked, spirally road of not trusting. And when it does finally come, then you lean back into your faith and trust into the universe. They're saying, wouldn't it just be easier if you just had a knowing without seeing, just like it has come to be for you most of the time, that it will come, that it's on its way. If you're thinking about it and you're desiring it, they're saying it's already in your realm of possibility and it's coming towards you. So just knowing that and feeling like, okay, yeah, I trust that because it's in my conscience. It's in my thinking field. It must be close. So then I asked, well, what do people do in lack of trust? And we got a really big giggle. And they said they just try to keep busy. They just look busy because they think that sitting and knowing and trusting and having faith that things are coming is not work. It's not something that is actively going to bring the thing. So people will just get busy and they'll just do the things and make the things up and get themselves in a tizzy and worry. And they think, if I just maybe do this or maybe do that, and they say they're getting out of alignment. So they're getting a little further from calling that thing in. They're just having a little dance and going crazy. And then when the thing arrives, they're like, oh yeah, that must be why I did that extra thing. I did those extra email campaigns. I worked harder. That's why it's here. No, that's not why it's here. It was always on its way. You just decided to keep busy, and you just decided to spiral out and worry. It was going to show up with or without you being busy. It's going to show up with or without you worrying, losing sleep, pacing, trying to do X, Y, and Z for it to come faster. They're saying for it to come faster, you must sit in a knowing of trust. The law of acceleration. The knowing of trust. The knowing that when it's in your brain and it's in your consciousness and that you are aware of it, when you have that awareness of it, that it's on its way. And if we could just let go and sit in that trust, in that knowing, in that feeling state, in that energy, in that belief in ourselves, it will be a lot easier. So I'll believe it when I see it is not exactly the law of acceleration, the law of alignment, the law of trust. And if you need to go through that a couple thousand times or 100 times in your life to be reminded that you can trust and good things are coming, then so be it. But we are here to teach you that those steps are unnecessary. So as we close out, let's amplify that feeling state, that knowing of trust today. That was brought to us so wisely by my guides. Thank you. Beautiful teaching. So we're going to close our eyes or just sit where we need to sit today. And we're going to tap into that 5D frequency. When I say 5D, I mean beyond our 3D senses. It's that realm that I talk about where all the things are sitting. It's that soul space that I talk about. It's beyond our seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling. It's beyond our senses. It's that 5D. It's that extra, that knowing, that awareness. So I'm here to remind you can tap into it anytime. So we're going to tap into it and we're going to trust. So breathe. First thing. Second thing, give your eyes a close if you can. And just come into the body. Land here and focus on your breath. And allow beautiful light to pour in through the top of our head. Noticing any colors that they are today or any textures, and allow that light to keep flowing and pouring in to connect with the source you already are. And to amplify that beautiful white light out. Focusing on the heart space and expanding it larger and larger and larger until it forms a beautiful orb around you, a beautiful bubble. And you fill that bubble with light and knowing. And I ask that we connect with the frequency of trust today. And we allow trust to pour into the top of our head. And to mix with that source light, that knowing, that soul that we are. And we shine, we expand, and we take it with us all day. And we lead with a heart-centered knowing that we are always connected and we can always come back when we need to. Thank you so much for joining me today. Reach on out, visit my website if you want a reading or a soul blueprint or any other programs that I'm offering. I appreciate you all. Have a beautiful day. Bye.